What's up, y'all? Anyway, I did a video earlier on the T51 Nuka Cola paint. So I figured I'd go ahead and do the other Nuka Cola paint, which is the Nuka Cola Quantum for the X-01 power armor. X-01's pretty good power armor. It was kind of the power armor in Fallout 4. This particular paint comes from, I think it's a tribute to Fallout 4 in the Nuka World expansion. You earn it in the Nuka World expansion. But anyway, with that being said, let's get on with it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to travel over here to the Nuka Cola plant. And hopefully it's there. But anyway, I'll pick you back up when we get over there. So anyway, we're at the Nuka Cola plant. It's just right inside the door, so we'll swing over there real quick.
This place has a lot of potential.
Usually there's some ghouls right up here. May not be here because I just did that last video.
If
And
the scorched or the ferals don't get you, the rats will.
yeah, there's one right there. That knocked both of them out. Oh yeah, sorry I had to cough. I don't know what that thing's shooting at. Probably a ghoul or a rat or a mole rat. There they are. There was like 6 of them attacked me last video. Anyway, let's get in here if we can. Yeah, that didn't work out very well, did it? That got him. Okay, so all we really want to do, there's going to be some ghouls come down here. We want to knock them out real quick. Look at that. Laser guided and everything. Okay, so want to come into this. If you've got the infiltrator perk on, you should just be able to open that up. If not, it should be relatively easy, but you're gonna this is what you're after. I wish I could speak. Paired key card 01. So we're gonna take that, and then we're gonna go back outside and get away from these ghouls. And then so we're back outside. Let's next place we're gonna want to go is Tanagra Town right here. And if you look back in some of my videos, I've got a pretty special video about Tanagra Town and the shielded scout Under Armour. So if you go back and look at that, I give the location and the code to get the shielded scout Under Armour. So if that helps you out. Anyway, I will go to Tanagra Town and I will bring you back. Okay, so now this is where you spawn in Tanagra Town. And I put power armor on because there's not really much up here other than some cave crickets if you go into a cave. So if you need acid, there's a bunch of cave crickets up here. And there's used to be, it was a random drop for different creatures. So sometimes you'd see this mega sloth over here. Sometimes there'd be a death claw over here. Sometimes there'd be two fog crawlers over here. But right now, every time I've been over here so far, it's just been a hulking mega sloth. And he's like a big teddy bear unless you mess with him. So where we're gonna try to go is all the way to the top of this thing, and it is a funky ride on the way up there. So I wear power armor because if you fall off of this, and it's all kinds of weird walking, but if you do fall off of this, it will end you. And I try not to jump very much. That's a really good way to fall, is by jumping. So you just come down here. Always thought Tanagra Town was an awesome addition to the game. Let's see here if I can remember how to get up here. Yeah, we go right here up this pipe. And we got to get in the bus. Right there, it's kind of a weird jump, but and there's the cave. We can go in here and bust these crickets real quick. That's a legendary. Always like cave crickets because they give acid, and not so much anymore, but a while back, earlier in the game, before they just let you just give you tons and tons of ammunition like they do now. Back in the day, you'd have to make your ammunition, and you had to have acid to make gunpowder. So like I said, not so much right now, but anyway, looks like there's some brain fungus in here also. So, and if you go down, guess I should have had my light on for you guys. Okay. Get all these crickets. Okay, this should be back where we were at. Okay. Do. Okay. Like I said, it's a funky walk up here, but there's some stuff you can loot in here. There's one bed in particular that sometimes drops a bobblehead, or spawns a bobblehead, I guess I should say. Okay. There we are. Okay. So we're going to try to get up there. Okay, there we go. Like I said, man, it's really crazy. And if I can just remember where this is. There's a ledge we have to get on. It's been a while since I've done this. I think I usually have a jetpack when I do this. Okay, so this is the old schoolhouse, so it's not here. I think it's in there. Yeah, it's in here. Okay. And there's some board games and stuff if you want to pick them up, whatever. But where we're wanting to go is that ledge right there. It's kind of hard to get to. But if you pick up that American flag, there's paired key card number 2. So, anyway, don't really want to go back down to Niagara, so we're going to fast travel from here. Okay, let me see if I can remember where we go from here. So, from here, if I remember, we want to go to the crashed plane. So, we're going to head over to the crash plane, and I'll bring you back when we get there. So now we're at the crash plane. There's a few scorched over here. It's really not too bad. I'm still in my power armor because, well, I'm a power armor build. I die rapidly if not in power armor. Don't have the cards for that. We want that guy out of here. He's the boss. He's the king. There we go. Okay, and then I miss. Anyway, we don't want to mess with that guy anyway. Wow, I didn't know they put a stash box over here. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, so what you want right here is this Nuka-Cola Market access code. It's going to be in the tan suitcase directly under the main part, the main fuselage of the plane. So, now that we've got that, I wish that guy'd pop out where I could hit him. It's not going to let me fast travel from here. Right, I'll just go up the plane. Well, if I can jump. There we go. Bye. 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 Good night. Make sure there's nothing else that's going to keep me from fast traveling. Okay. All good. So now, since we've gotten that, we are going to want to go up over here to the Rose Room. So I will pause right here and bring you back when we get to the Rose Room. Okay, so we're at the Rose Room. Now a lot of this has changed from the way that it used to be. And used to is, I think at one time way back in the day, it had super mutants when the game first started. We had super mutants back here, and then I think after the Wastelanders update, they put cultists here, and then now it's the Rose Room. But back in the day, you used to have to get into this room right here, but now they think they've moved the terminal over to here. So now we just have to come in to get in this terminal. And so this is going to generate you a one-time key. So make sure that when you get this, you write this number down, unless you have a really good memory, because you'll have to come back and do the whole thing over again. So okay, 121338. Because you will actually need that code. So there we are on that. So the next place that we're going to want to go is down here to, I think it's Riverside Manor. So I'll bring you back when we get down there. I was wrong. I remembered after I started fast travel. It's Overlook Cabin, so it's not Riverside Manor. Riverside Manor. Now there is a whole quest line of something else to do at Riverside Manor, and it's pretty cool. Maybe I'll do a video on that. It's a pretty cool little quest. If you watched, or if you were into the Fallout 4, and you listened to some of the radio, the comic radio and stuff, and this has got some stuff to do with that. It's really cool. Maybe I'll do a video on it. I probably will. Anyway, so we're here though. We're at Overlook Cabin. That's where we want to be. And there's some scorched in here. More than likely, unless they've changed it. It used to be just scorched in here. Yeah. Pretty easy to get through. I don't even really need power armor for this, so take that stuff off. And then just knock out these scorched that are in there. Boom, boom, boom. Dude said, not us. So, where you at there, little munchkin? He's like, where is he at? There. Go away. Go away. So, you two, no need for you. Nobody pulled your chain. Hey, looky there's my last daily. Okay, if I remember correctly, we have to go in the basement, down here. Sometimes there's scorch down here, sometimes there's not. So, anyway. So, if we go, remember where this is. No, we gotta go behind some bookcases, if I remember correctly. Okay, there they are, yeah, not bookcases, that's safe. So we do one here. And then we do 2 here. And here's where our code comes in. This used to be bugged, man. It was a pain in the... Yeah, well, that thing. So now we key in our code. 121338. So we go activate 1 2 1 3 3 8. And if that happens, then it should open another door right here, and then there are the TNT dome key 7 right there. So now we get to go back to TNT dome, the TNT domes. If you watched the first video, you'll know where they are, but if not, I'm gonna go ahead and show you right now. So over here by Fallout 76, you've got the Black Mountain Ordnance Works. That, and you see these little rocks right here, that's the TNT domes that go around it. So like I said, I've said this in the last video, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you follow any of the Mothman lore of Point Pleasant, the Mothman of Point Pleasant lore, these play a big part in the lore of the Mothman. He was actually, this is the first time that the Mothman was spotted in Point Pleasant. So anyway, it's pretty interesting read. If you want to go back and read some of it, or look some of it up on the net, or watch some YouTube videos on it, it's really cool. So anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's head over there and knock this out. I'll bring you back when we get there. So okay, we're at Black Mountain Ordnance Works. That's that right there is where I'm looking as the ordnance. Should be a protector on there. It is, just came into view. Yay, the prize bot. Okay, so number 7 is going to be the first dome that you come to. And hopefully the plan is in there so that people will believe me that there is a plan in here. There you have it. And the plan is not in here. I think it usually sits right there. But like I said in the last video, they do spawn in these domes. They are not always in here because they just other people get them, or just not everything spawns into the game every time you jump on. Especially if you're on a private server, man, that's no joke. They the spawn rate on a private server is so much lower than the spawn rate on a public server. I think the reason they do this is because you can only have 8 people on a private server. Anyway, with that being said, I guess I do want to say I appreciate everybody for stopping by and watching my videos. I love you guys, man. The support that I've gotten over the last couple of weeks it's been really overwhelming. So I want to say thank you to everyone that's subscribed, liked, commented. Anyway, thank all of you. Anyway, with that being said, if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and punch that like button for me. If you're enjoying the content and you want to come back and see some more, I try to do these tips and trick videos like this and the kind of hidden stuff whenever I remember where that stuff is. So I try to do as many of these videos as I can. So if you want to see more of this stuff, or you want to support the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, you just want to say hi, if you want to have an idea for a video that you would like me to do, if you have a question, I mean, I had questions today on somebody wanting to know how I kept my stash so low. I don't mind questions like that. I'll answer them. I mean, you know, I try to answer every question that I get that's in the comments. So anyway, guys, with that being said, again, I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good evening, morning, afternoon, or whatever it may be, and we'll see you on the flip-flop later.